Hi, it's Marianne the Frugal Chef. Why don't we roast a butterfly chicken with some vegetables in the oven? We'll put a little bit of herbs in it. Oh yeah, let's do this. Great for dinner tonight. These are the vegetables we're gonna use as a bed to roast our chicken today. We're gonna use carrots. I have 3 medium-sized carrots. I just quartered them, peeled them of course, and quartered them. I'm gonna use a bulb of fennel. So I just took out the outer shell, which was kind of yucky, and cut it in 6 pieces. Okay? If you don't have fennel, or you can't find it, or you just don't want to bother with it, don't worry about it. Don't put it in. You know, this is really a versatile recipe. You can use really whatever you want. I have 4 shallots here. A shallot's like a little onion. They sell it with the onions, and it's really related to the garlic family. It's stronger, but it resembles red onion quite a bit. So if you don't have red shallots, or again don't want to go buy them, use red onion. Just slice them, you know, in big pieces. I just peeled these, and they come, as you see, in a little bulb like this. I just separated them and, you know, put them in there. I also picked up a bag of these little peppers at Costco. It was like $2.39 for a big bag. I love these. I love to grill these. So I'm going to use these in here. Again, this is completely optional. If you want, rather use other stuff, that's fine. Or if you want to just use a bell pepper and slice it, that's perfectly fine as well. But what I did is I just cut the tips, the stems, and took out the seeds and cut them in half. The last thing we're going to use are tomatoes. Now, I like to use cherry and grape tomatoes for this jelly. I don't have any today, but I have these little ones. They're called Campari tomatoes. And so all I'm going to do is cut them in half and put them in the roasting pan. Okay, so what we're going to do is just mix up our vegetables in our pan here. As I said, we want to form a bed for our chicken. Okay, I'm just pulling apart the fennel a little bit. I'm going to drizzle these with some olive oil. And I'm going to season them with salt. I'm going to put some thyme, some fresh sprigs of thyme on the sides here. Put our tomatoes on the sides here. And why I decided to punish my poor tomatoes, I don't know, but here, a little bit of oil for them too. And a little bit of salt. Go figure. I don't know. I'm going to place 6 garlic cloves, which I just smashed, but I'm going to place them about where the belly of my chicken's going to be. Okay, I just want that there. On top of the garlic area, I'm putting 3 bay leaves. Perfection. Now, this chicken has been butterflied. It's been rinsed, okay, and I pat dried it. I'm going to dry it a little more. It's a little wet. I want the skin to crisp nicely. Dry its underarms. There we go. She's all beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle the chicken with a little olive oil. And now I'm gonna season it generously with salt and pepper. I'm gonna put some Kalamata olives around here. Some nice black olives. And finally, I'm going to just drizzle this with a 1/4 cup of white wine. I just bought a cheap white wine, and I just drizzled it on everything. And now I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'm going to let it roast for about an hour. And we should have a nice, juicy, cooked chicken. You know what? I'm going to add a little more wine to this. Just a little more. I want a little more liquid here. I'm going to add another 1/4 cup. So we'll have a 1/2 cup in total. Doesn't this look pretty? Okay, I'm just going to do this on the side here. Move my tomatoes a little bit. Perfection. I will see you guys in an hour. So my friends, our chicken is cooked. It baked for 1 hour and 15 minutes at 375. The reason I know it's done is when I moved the thigh, the juices come out clear. There's no more bloody juices. Plus, when you put a meat thermometer into the deep part next to the bone there, it's about 177 degrees. It's perfect. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to transfer the chicken and all the vegetables onto a platter. And then we're going to make a little gravy out of our juices. And then we're going to eat. I'm going to serve this with some rice. But, you know, this also goes really nicely with just some little boiled potatoes or mashed potatoes if you'd like. So I took all the vegetables and the chicken out of here. And I'm going to discard the thyme, the bay leaves, and all the smashed garlic. Okay, so just get rid of that. And we're going to put our roasting pan directly onto the stove. So let's work on our gravy. We have a bunch of little brown bits in our pan which we do not want to lose. So we're going to add a little more wine to this. And basically we're just going to deglaze our pan, which we're doing right now. What that means is I'm just scraping the brown bits from the bottom. Okay, I'm not losing them. Those are loaded with flavor. You don't want to lose that. I'm not going to make a flour gravy out of this. I'm just going to take advantage of the pan juices. I'm going to put a little more wine in here and I'm going to let this reduce a little bit and then we'll just pour it on top of our chicken. So let's add about a 1/4 cup of white wine in here. By the way, the wine I'm using is unsweetened. You know, it's a dry white wine. You don't want to use a sweet white wine. Change your flavor too much. If you don't want to use wine at all, go ahead and use chicken broth. It'll be fine. If you don't like to cook with alcohol, that's fine. Alright, so go ahead and scrape that. Scrape the bottom. And let this cook for, I'm going to say about 5-6 minutes. It's going to, you know, just reduce, thicken a little bit, and we'll put it on top of our chicken. All right, let's pour this nice juice all over our chicken. Let's pour it over our veggies. My friends, dinner is served. Bon appetit from thefrugalchef.com. Wasn't that easy? This smells ridiculously good. And isn't it pretty to put at the table like this? Eat well, my friends, without going broke. Come and visit us. We have all kinds of recipes that are not in video form. I will see you guys soon.